Well, idea campers, guess what? Went on a little bit of a manoeuvre. So, waffler's going usual old school. When you've done something for 20 years and it's worked, why would you change it? Exactly. We're going all camo. So we've got the Osprey Kestrel 68 actually. So let's just get the gear. So what we're doing? We're doing some practicing, aren't we? We're doing some practicing with this backpack is what we're doing, because it's been a while, and I think I'm going to fit in there, and I think you need a bit of practice, especially since you slipped last night. I had stupid wellies on, didn't I? I shouldn't have done wellies really, but I think that's going to go in there. Yeah, that's going to fit in there. That'll fit in there nicely. So I need a bit of practice with my backpack, because to be honest, I think I've got out of practice carrying one, and it's all right once you get going with them. Just a good old poncho. Right, let's get this all sorted. It's going to be dark in about, what do you reckon, well, about an hour? Yeah, I think it's going to be dark in about an hour. So I've got myself a little canopy. Got myself a little platform that I found, and plan is to try a little tarp setup. So we're going to leave van there and we get a bit of exercising. That's what we're going to be doing. Yeah, so I'm fancying a mini series is what I'm fancying doing. Like I say, I've actually not been it for a couple of years. I used to do it quite a lot, and the thing is, it's I just love local. I love just finding a spot that maybe I drove past 100 times, and I mean, I were up across the valley over there where you can't see, which is probably right at the top where the tree line is. That's where I was last night, up in golf course. Loads of places up there. That was my mainstay when I used to do it. I used to do it there. That's where I did it. Camped. Wasn't really called wild camping then. You just used to say camping out. You weren't none of these bivvies, were they? With a tent. You had a tent, didn't you? You just cracked your tent up. it'd be a small thing with poles, and you'd just bent poles under trees wherever it went. Probably never pegged it out or out, did you? Sleeping bag were a synthetic, probably no value of it, as in comfort levels. No, none of that rubbish. It would just get on with it. And if it were cold and you shivered, didn't you? You went home early. And I think this is one of the things that I think mini-series might do for people, is that you see people hiking up to lakes and they go for big up on top views, view of Windermere, view of Coniston, and you think, oh, look at that, I'd love to do that. But it's an hike up there with your gear, you know, and they've perfected it, haven't they? So what they've done is they've perfected it, but that's why they're obsessed with light gear, isn't it? They're obsessed with getting light gear, because when you hike up there, you know, it's a long way, and all this about saving ounces and stuff, it comes in when you're hiking, especially if you're not used to hiking. I mean, if you're used to hiking and then you fancy a bit of bivvying, you'd probably be alright, wouldn't you? You'd probably think, well, not to this bivvying like, is there? Carry a backpack when I'm doing my 15-20 miler anyway. Whereas bike bivvy, you know, that's a bit easier because your gear's on your bike. Now all you've got to worry about is securing your bike, really. Whereas when you're walking, you've just got your scent, haven't you? But with the bivvy, you don't want too much gear, do you? Because you've got to get it in your bivvy. Because if you leave your big backpack outside, you start panicking a bit probably about your backpack then, thinking creatures are coming up, or somebody's going to come and steal it. I mean, to be fair, what's chance that when you bivvy, you pick a spot? What's the actual chance that somebody else is going to decide they're going to visit that spot where you're at? Slim. All in your mind. And what you're better off doing is finding a few little local spots to start with that you think you know, you could just get your set up. What I'm going to show you tonight is, it's quite late on, it's going to be dark soon, and what I'm wanting to do is I've got a tarp. So my Jack Wolfskin Gossamer 1-person tent fly sheet's quite light coloured, as I've done in a video. So I've got a bit of a darker tarp and I've got a bit of camo netting, so I have a bit of play about today. But all it's about today is backpack. Get it backpack, which is here. Trying to get it, trying to get some sort of a weight that I can carry, that I'm not going to be blowing. So I'll watch these videos back, and what GoPro's good at, it's good at picking your breath up when you're blowing. You can, I'll play this back and I'll probably see how much I'm blowing. Give me a bit of an inkling of how heavy this pack is. Oh, can you hear that? Alright exhaust, isn't it? I mean, if you think where I live here, I mean, look at that tree there. So straight away, you could just bivvy under that tree. There's all these woods here. Other side at wall, just here. You know, you can sneak in anywhere you want, really, to be fair. But the reason why I'm going to try a bit of local is because I haven't got so far to go, and it's a school night. I mean, look at this bleeding garbage down here. Look how lovely it is here, and look at that, just dumped there. I mean, look where I am. I mean, like, it's bleeding countryside, you know. We've got a footpath here, and we've got rubbish dumped. It's not good enough, is it? You know, that's obviously I mean, has that just flown down there off the back of a truck? I don't think anybody will have just thrown that. I don't think they'll have just thrown it, so I would imagine I'll be blowing a bit now because it's a lot steeper than it looks, this. And I'll tell you what, it's bleeding warm. Absolutely warm as chuff. Yeah, so it's just what I wanted to do is I wanted to just practice a bit of a setup. So I had a look other night, and I've been looking for ages, in a little spot here. I'm going to creep in here, hopefully without tripping up like I did last night, and I'm going to see about getting myself a little tarp set up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend that. So that's me 10 minutes, so I've got to where I'm going. It's taking me 10 minutes. So waffle out, video 1.